Hey guys, so I'm doing another get ready with me video and chatting with you because I had such great feedback on the last one that I did, and I really wanted to just film this video because I wanted to kind of feature the Marc Jacobs the Lolita palette that I talked about and showed in my Sephora Friends and Family haul. This is the same basically makeup that I've been wearing for several weeks, well 2 weeks I think I've had this palette, and I'm also going to be showing you the Reckless blush from Marc Jacobs. So if you guys want to see how I get this face of makeup, then just keep watching. Okay, so I hope this isn't repetitive. I'm using a lot of the same products because I really haven't changed up my routine, but I just really wanted to feature the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette, and the thing is, I would have just made it like a tutorial and just showed you how I do my eyes. They said in that favorites video, the Marc Jacobs palette has a ton of fallout, which means I have to do my eyes first if I don't want to have to clean up a mess. And so I just thought like if I have to do my eyes first and then my foundation, I might as well just make it into a get ready with me video, because ultimately if I was doing an eyeshadow tutorial, I think I would have rather just showed you the eyeshadow and had the rest of my face done, but beggars can't be choosers. So this is the Lolita palette, as I've talked about, I feel like enough. This is a Sigma E25, and these three are the only real shades that I've been using. So I use this one and I just sweep it like up in the crease and then down onto my lid, and this is very similar to the Urban Decay shade Naked in the Naked palette, or it's actually sold separately too. I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. It's funny, I've had this palette for 2 weeks now, and yet I think I've only swayed from this eyeshadow regimen twice. I just really like it. It's very, it's good daytime makeup, but you can even darken it if you wanted to make this like a nighttime date night look or something like that. And then I'm just using my MAC 226 in the darker color. I just get a teeny, do you see that? Look at all that fallout. Makes me so mad. And I just go right in the like outer V area. Fallout isn't horrible on my face. As long as it stays to the palette, I don't really care. But I do, when I go to use the shimmery color, I do have glitter follicles falling underneath my eye. So that's why I just like to do my eyes before I actually do my face makeup. I have, Addison is sleeping, obviously. And I'm filming this video on Saturday. Nick is at Penn State for the day. He has season tickets. He goes with his sister and his mom and her husband, and they go pretty much every home game. And so it's usually like an all-day affair because Penn State from our house is like 3 hours. So that's where he is. So we are just having a casual day. I have grocery shopping to do, and then I have to go to Target and return something and probably shop. Let's just be honest. That's never just going there to return something. Then I'm taking this sparkly shade with this flat synthetic brush from MAC. It's a 242, and I just very lightly get it, and I just put it right in the center of my eyelid, just for a little glitz. It's pretty, but you do have to be careful of the fallout. Anyway, I'm just gonna blend this. I wanted to tell you guys, in regards to Target, they have such cute clothes. I was actually there yesterday. I think I've been there 4 days this past week. Such cute stuff for fall. I actually, I feel like it's overkill. I just did a fall fashion haul, but I've had that stuff forever. And I really want to show you guys some of the stuff that I picked up from Target yesterday because their stuff is so flipping cute, and especially if you are a stay-at-home mom or somebody that works from home and you just have like a very casual day-to-day attire, but you like cozy fall things, it's like the perfect little haul to show you guys, for you guys to hopefully go out and find the same stuff, because I was like blown away. And I want to know what you guys think about the new I don't know if they're new. They're a new trend, I feel like printed leggings. They're like sweater leggings, and they have, most of which I've seen are like Aztec-y tribal print, but I have seen some holiday ones. And when I first saw them, I was like, I don't know about that. But I feel like now I'm like kind of into them. I'm kind of digging them. So I did buy one pair, and they're very understated. They're just gray with black polka dots, and I thought I'd start out easy. And I also just signed up for Very Jane and group deals, which where the hell have I been? Because I didn't even know that place existed online. And I feel like every day that they send their like daily deals, they have those leggings from one seller or another, which is I think actually where I first saw them, or even like knew they existed. And then when I was in Target yesterday, they had a whole rack of them. So I don't know, like I guess they're fine, obviously, for just bumming around the house, but my question is, would you actually go out with them on? I don't know if I'd have the guts to do that without people thinking I look funny. Like I left home in my PJs. Forgot to change my clothes. So I want to know what you guys think about that. If you think it's a fail or a fun little fashion thing for fall. Anyway, this is the same eyeliner I used in that other Get Ready With Me video. It's the Bobbi Brown gel liner in chocolate shimmer ink. I'm obsessed with it. And that's that. Also, I wanted to just mention my eyebrows because I feel like because I've gotten a lot of comments about them looking nice lately, and it's funny, but I actually bit the bullet and I tried threading again. And if you watched back when I was like ready to give birth, I was like 9.5 months pregnant, I went to get my eyebrows threaded at a new place, and they completely botched them and made them super, super skinny and thin, and I was literally like scarred for life and swore off threading forever, because it took me forever to grow them back. But then my girl that I usually go get my eyebrows waxed from decided to go on vacation for 2.5 weeks. And I needed them done really badly, and I hate tweezing. It's just tedious and I just hate it. So when my mom and I were at the mall last weekend, they had a threading boutique, which I'm not a fan of that because I feel like you're in the middle of the mall and everyone can walk by and see you getting your eyebrows done, but I didn't care because I was desperate. And I was telling my mom how scared I was of doing it again, and she's like, let's just try it. We'll just tell her to just be really like subtle. And I told her, I think the trick is to say that usually when I go and get my brows, any new place that that hasn't done my brows before, I usually say, I don't want them thin, just clean them up. Well, then they end up making them thin. So I think the trick is, now when I went this last time, I said, I want my brows thick, I just need them cleaned up a little bit. And I'm so happy with how she did them. And I honestly feel like threading gives you such a cleaner look than waxing, and I also feel like it lasts longer. It like prolongs the hair growth, I feel like. The only problem with it is the place is in the mall. It's not very convenient for me to just go make an appointment or just, you know, stop in there. That's why I love where I usually go to get my brows done. She's a friend of mine, which is the other part of it. I just feel kind of guilty going anywhere else but to her. And she's been doing my eyebrows for like 10 years, I feel like. I think it has been 10 years. So I struggle with that. But anyway, moral of the story is I'm kind of glad that I tried it again. And I was just very like, she knew I was nervous, the lady who was doing my brows. I think she was actually nervous to do them. But anyway, so that's my eyes. That's the eye makeup. I'll just quick do my face. I already did the Vitazing. I'm going to use the NARS Sheer Glow in the color Punjab. 2 pumps of strobe liquid lotion. I've gotten questions about the difference between strobe liquid and strobe cream. I'm not 100% sure, but I think, obviously, that the cream is a little bit thicker than the lotion. Just a guess. I'm really not sure because I've never tried the cream. But yeah. This is still my old beauty blender. I haven't decided, well, I actually haven't gotten the Real Techniques sponge yet. When I talked about that in my favorites video, a couple people said it's not that great and that the shape doesn't go back once you wet it, which I would only wet it. I feel like that's the only way to use these things, is to get a good, oh my god, look what I just did. The only way to use the blender sponges is to wet them. So I don't know, I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll run to Ulta today if I have time. And little Missy cooperates. I always feel bad like taking her out for more than one trip somewhere, because I feel like if she falls asleep, which she usually does, like she usually falls asleep as soon as we get her in the car, no matter where we're going, no matter how long she's in the car, she just falls asleep, which that's just like me. I do that. I do the same thing. I could sleep on the way to the grocery store. But then I feel like sometimes it throws off her whole day if she doesn't have like a good solid nap. So I try to be quick. Usually on the weekends, Nick will just stay with her and I'll just run out where I have to go, but he's not here to help me today, which is totally fine. So I don't know if I'll get to Ulta. And after this video, if my little love bug decides to keep sleeping, I'm going to try to film that Target haul video so I can get that up quick, so that way if you guys are interested in anything, you can run to the store and they'll still have everything. I feel like my face is breaking out over here and I don't know why. Okay. I finally hit pan on my Chanel powder. Actually, a little piece broke and then it all just crumbled. So annoying. But I decided that, oh, actually I didn't decide. Well, I think I decided. I really want to go back to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I just feel like that powder never failed me. It was always a really pretty coverage and made my skin look good, and it was just easy to get, and it wasn't very expensive. So I decided I was going to go back to that. And then I remembered the Bare Minerals Get Ready Powder Foundation. I want to know your thoughts on that if you guys have tried it. Is it a good setting powder? I don't want like a full foundation powder, like a Studio Fix powder. And I don't know if that foundation is more of a foundation. I don't know. Let me rephrase. I don't know if that powder is more of a foundation or more of a setting powder. If it's more of a setting powder, I think I'll try that one before I go back to MAC. But if it's a foundation, like a fuller coverage, I don't want that. So let me know if you guys have tried that. Sticking with my Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush, which I really only use this brush to do my bronzer, even if I'm not using Bobbi Brown. I just feel like it's a very fluffy, it's not completely fluffy, it's a fluffy, dense brush. It's like an oxymoron. It's dense enough that it deposits the color really well, but it's fluffy that it blends it really well. And the shape of it, I feel like, puts it right in that perfect spot on your cheekbone. I don't use a lot of it, just a little, just to give my face some color. And then, of course, the Marc Jacobs blush in Reckless, which I just use this Sigma F40 brush. And then I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder in Diffused with just my fan brush, which is really the only brush I use for this. These kind of go hand in hand for me and I get questions about it all the time. It's the Kabuki fan brush. This is what it looks like. Let me just see if you can. It's just the big jumbo Kabuki. It is very comparable to the Sigma one that you actually can't buy separately. And I got this from Hot Look when Crown Brush was there and it was $8. And as soon as it's up again, I'm going to buy another one because it's such an amazing brush and it feels so good and it's perfect for this powder. I'm sure you can probably buy Crown like off their website, but I just wait for it to go on Hot Look. And then for brows, I'm just using very minimal powder. This is the Sigma brow powder and I'm just using the lighter shade just on the ends here because I have a little bit of gap, sparse hairs, and then whatever's left I'll just take it in. I go in such spurts with my brows where I go from really loving them filled in to never filling them in at all. Now I'm just kind of in between. I feel like once you have the shape down, you don't really need to fill them in. If you have like thick brows like I do, I have very thick brows, so whether I fill them in or not, I don't feel like it makes a huge difference, but I do like putting some powder in places where I'm missing hairs, but that's really all that I do. I'll just brush them out with a spoolie. And spray, Scandinavia spray. I'm running low on this. And then for my lips, I'm going to use this Stella Longwear lip color in Paramore. It's a really nice lip stain. It's a really pretty berry color. I've had this for a little while. And it's still going strong. I don't have a tissue with me right now, but normally when I do this, I blot it really well with the tissue and then reapply it and then blot it again and then reapply it. That way it'll just give you more of a stain and it won't budge. So there we go. That's my second Get Ready With Me video. I really love doing these videos, and I'm so glad you guys liked the chit chat part of it because it's easy for me because I do my makeup every single day. And so it's a way for me to get a video up, and it's a way for me to connect with you guys and kind of interact. I feel like we're just hanging out talking, even though I'm just talking to myself. Just kind of weird. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.